Hi. Hello.
It does the whirring thing, and I know it's still recording us as it's doing the whirring thing.
Wherever this is.
That's the whirring, the buffering. That's
It's buffering. It's buffering. So how is everybody? Hello. For the first time in a long time, we've got natural light, as you can see. So you join us for our Tuesday live. We were hoping we would get back in time, and we have.
Mm-hmm.
So we did pop out earlier on. I had the day off work, so I was able to go out to a little clear. And we were back. We are back ready to hit with a live.
Yeah, and before we went out, I uploaded our Blacklock video. So that was good.
Yes. Now, we've been talking about the Blacklock for a long, long time. We haven't got around to doing it, but now I didn't realise we actually shot that in March because we mentioned it in the video. So, yeah, it's been about a month before we did it, but we did enjoy the Blacklock. Looking at the editing as well, we could see how much we enjoyed.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, oh, it was taking so long because I keep getting distracted and needing to do other things that I'm distracted from what I should actually be doing. So it took me longer than normal to do the editing. But yeah, it's all done. It's uploaded. I hope you like it. Because it's been a while since we've uploaded a video because we've been doing all of our lives and stuff like that and been doing things in between.
Now, interesting with the Blacklock was when we went, we've been wanting to go for their Sunday lunch for absolutely ages. Look what I bought, madame. We haven't had those for ages. Can I have one? Because I've been trying to get one of these all day, and I've been told no.
No, but I hadn't even had one. I hadn't even had one, had I?
Will not share.
And what did you say to me? You weren't feeling well because you stuffed yourself, and then you went and did a bike ride.
And now I've got a little bit more space. I haven't had an Auntie Annie's for ages. They are really nice.
I think
these are mini pretzels, and these are the vanilla ones, not the cinnamon ones.
The last time that we probably had them, maybe was when we were in the States.
What, 3 years ago? Oh my god. I think you're right.
Yeah. Because they have Auntie Anne's in Florida.
Yes.
I don't know if they have in Vegas.
These are really nice. I've forgotten how good they are. So they are the pretzel, but these are pretzel bites. As you can see, they've got the nice. This is vanilla sugar on them. The camera's going to pick it up, but it's really good.
You prefer the cinnamon ones, but I don't mind the vanilla ones.
No, I like both. So.
Yeah, you're saying you like both because you want to chomp on mine.
Of course, if I said I didn't like them, you would give them to me. I digress. It's probably not good that we do a mukbang whilst doing live, but they were delicious. See?
Yeah. You can keep your eyes off them now.
I might sneak another one while she's not looking in. So there's a little story about Kelly's headband. Do you want to tell the story about their headband?
So, as ever, I'm always looking at headbands and stuff like that. And I went online, and because I saw a new headband had been uploaded, and I thought, I wonder if I would get it. I just need to have a bit more of a look at it. And then I saw there were some comments about these ones, which is the same comment that I made on Friday, which is the stitching is not so good on these ears, and people have picked that up and they've complained about it. Now they're complaining that this is made of foam. I don't see that that's a big deal.
Well, you're not going to be made of China,
right?
They're not actually going to make it with porcelain. That's the thing. But I think they look all right.
Yeah,
I do get what they're saying though with the stitching, but you can only notice it from the underneath. So if you actually take them off and look them underneath, the stitching does look a bit dodgy. But you won't. I think they work on the premise you won't see that because obviously it's on top of your head.
But no. But what my thing is if the stitching comes loose at the back, the cuts come off.
Oh, I see.
That's the problem. They've not stitched it in the headband very well.
Now Kelly tends to keep all these in a drawer. With these ones, I was saying probably best not to, because these will come loose if they're crushed or put up against something as well. So if you do get these ones, try and keep them separate, or at least hung up on something.
Yeah, I keep them in the little plastic that they came in.
Yeah.
But this is number 3 of the 50th anniversary rides. Now, there are 12 rides, or 12 main attraction rides, and they are basing all the headbands on the main attraction.
What's this one based
rides on? This one is based on it's not a teacup ride. Oh, it could be a teacup ride.
There is a teacup ride.
It could be the teacup ride.
So it might be based on that. I see.
Yeah. the Alice in Wonderland teacup ride, because there is a teacup ride there, in the Magic Kingdom, I believe. So the first, oh, so it could be, oh no, because the other one,
Now I couldn't work out this top symbol. So obviously these are clubs, these are hearts. What's that top one? I know it's in yellow, but if you look closely, I cannot for the life of me make out what that was. It's so by theory, it should either be spades or diamonds.
oh, I don't know.
Oh, Richard, hello. Sorry, we are a little bit late. As always, as you know, we are always late. How are you?
Do you know what? I was watching the chase before we came on, and then Mark was downstairs, and then I started to set up. But sometimes it gets stuck. But this time I made sure I switched off the computer and everything else prior to when we start, so that it can clear up a bit. But sometimes we still get a lag. So yeah, hopefully we're not on a lag. But yeah, here we are. We came on at 6:05. Come on, we're not that late. 6:05.
Well, it was about 7 minutes past really, but yeah, I know what
No,
you're
it
saying.
was 5:00. If
We
you
were
look
a
at the
bit
thing,
late.
it says 6:05.
But yeah, I hope you're well. Hope everything's good. What have you been up to? Have you been up to anything interesting, exciting? Been doing anything with yourself? I've not checked out your videos this week, but I will have another little look. I do need to catch up on YouTube. Actually, I've been quite slack since I've been ill. So.
I think there are a few videos that we do need to catch up on, but I can barely catch up on our videos.
No, I know.
Let alone anyone else's. I barely catch up. Even the ones that I follow and stuff like that, I barely can catch up these days. But I will slow down at some point, and then I will be able to watch them and actually sort of like go through them. We need to plan some things to do video wise. So there are a couple of places that I've seen that I actually do want to try.
Yeah.
So maybe while you're off in the next couple of days, maybe we could probably.
Well, Richard said today's been good. I'm out tomorrow to buy spray paint for my fake trees to spray glue and stick the leaves on. Oh, great, because that's for your model railway set. I was thinking of you actually at the weekend, well, a few weekends ago, before I was ill. We went to Holborn, and there is a model railway toy shop. Well, I say toy shop, shop that sells model rail stuff in Holborn. You know, near the Sainsbury's, then opposite the tube station. So you've got the Holborn tube station. There's a Sainsbury's opposite there. And just down there is a model rail station. I will take another one. Yeah. So yeah, Feast at St George's this Saturday, Trafalgar Square. It's back on. Oh, excellent. So we're just having anti-yams. Yeah, they're so good. I'm not having them.
They are very good. Yeah, because the one I like the savoury ones. So I normally like the what you call it, the pepperoni ones.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any pepperoni ones ready, and then I just thought, oh, by the time they cook it, it's going to be like 10-15 minutes and all of this, and I thought I can't be bothered to wait, so I just got the sugared ones, which they had sugar. They had only one vanilla sugar left, and then the rest was cinnamon sugar. And so
what have you got planned for your St George's Feast? And also, what's your latest purchase model railway wise? Have you picked up anything else as well? Or are you going to make everything yourself from scratch? That's mighty impressive if you do that. I've got to say that is difficult.
Richard sent me a video earlier of a little steam train.
Right, okay.
From TikTok. I had to look at that before I came
on. Today's review: Morrison's 30p Jaffa cakes.
Oh wow!
How do they compare to? Well, I'll watch it. I'm gonna have a little look, but I'm just wondering how they compare to the McVitie's one. Is it McVitie's? I'm sure it's McVitie's Jaffa cakes.
Oh, I don't know.
The big one is
McVitie's Jaffa cakes.
On them Jaffa cakes. They're the big ones. So I'll be interested to see your review. We haven't done many food. Well, I've filmed the. So I did have a go at doing Korean corn dogs just before I got ill, so I haven't uploaded that video yet. But yeah, I'm so glad we've done the Blacklock one because at least that's on there. You get to see. And after all that, so we've been wanting, go back to what I was saying before, we've been wanting to do the Sunday roast one for ages, and it was good, but I've got to say, Kelly and I thought that you thought the Saturday roast was better.
I think
Saturday meal. Well, I'm just going to get some water. I'll be back because
yeah. I think the a la carte menu is better. Actually, my water's just back there, so when you come back, please. I think for me personally, with regards to Blacklock, the a la carte menu is much better. Not much better, but it is better. I feel like they also do a £22 or it's £20 all in. Yes, £20 all in, which they do the lamb, the pork chop, and steak. And they do that. You don't, but the only thing is with the a la carte one, you don't get all the nice sort of like veggies which are included in the Sunday roast. So in the a la carte one, so in within the Black Lock, I've also included when we went there before, because we went there before on a Saturday and we had the a la carte. And we had the all in then. And it didn't come with like lots of things. You were allowed to pick a side. So if there's two of you, because there has to be a minimum of two of you, thank you. You could pick a side each, so you could pick two sides, but it didn't come with stuff. And so I do feel like, but mind you, for £20, it's not too bad because you get quite a lot of meat for £20
and
in
for
London.
Central London is a very good price. I mean, £22 for Central London for a roast dinner is exceptionally good value. Obviously, it's not going to beat the Toby Carvery price,
Yeah.
but then that's because they are a chain. But Central London place not so bad. Now, Richard said, "Did you know Polish Jaffa cakes are so yum and have so many flavors?"
Oh, really?
Oh, Sunday roast just going to dish up. Are you having Sunday roast now?
Nice.
They-
I like a roast.
Mm.
Ray commented, and she said she did a Sunday roast for Easter. She did a lamb roast for Easter, which is normal to do a lamb one. But what we did, we had a barbecue.
Yeah, we did. So we, as the weather was so nice, we did a barbecue. So did anybody do anything nice for Easter? Did you guys cook anything? Did you go out to eat, or did you just have something indoors?
So what we did a breakfast barbecue. If you follow us on TikTok, I actually did a little video, and I'll put that on TikTok. And so we did a breakfast barbecue on the Saturday. And we sat outside. We really enjoyed the sun. It was so warm on Saturday. Sunday was still warm, but not as warm. So I had a little cardi on and stuff. But we did a barbecue outside. So I did, I fried up some fish for Mark, like a salmon. So basically, we started off with corn on the cobs on the grill. And I made a little marinade. So I brushed, excuse me, still got remnants of a cold. And so I brushed, as we were cooking it, I brushed the corn on a cob with this little marinade that I did. And then after that, once we finished cooking all the corn on the cobs, I then, in the same pan, I cooked Mark's fish. So he's cooked in the same marinade that I did for the sweet corn, for the corn on the cob. And then after that, I then cooked my steak, and I did a separate marinade for the steak and sort of brushed it and everything else. Oh my goodness. It was just so nice to be able to, and as well, it was so nice to do something different for Easter.
Now, we mentioned before in the last live, if anybody does go to Wagamama's, we really, really, really recommend trying their new corn on the cobs. So as a starter, they're only small little discs, mind. So if you imagine a corn that's been cut up into discs, so I think you probably end up getting half a corn, I think. So it's quite a small amount. However, it's amazing. I don't know what they marinated in, but it is fantastic. Now, we tried to replicate that, but we couldn't get it to work.
Oh, no, I wasn't replicating.
Oh, I thought you were trying to replicate it.
No, I didn't have any teriyaki sauce. How could I replicate it? How can you? How can you replicate it, right, without teriyaki sauce? It's too thick to be soy sauce.
But anyway, that's our recommendation. If you guys are going to do Wagamama's, do give the corn on the cob a try. It's absolutely amazing. I would love to know what they did or they use for that marinade. It is amazing.
Do you know what? We haven't done a Wagamama one for a while. Maybe we should do a little Wagamama review, because they've got a few new things on the menu.
They do. We have to order the new stuff.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, when I actually went into Wagamama, because me and the sister-in-law Alicia, we said, oh, let's go Wagamama, and she had some vouchers, and so we used those vouchers, and I asked for the Tama chili squid. They do not do Tama chili squid in Wagamama. They only do it on Deliveroo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he said, we can do it for you. It's just that we don't have it on the menu.
Is that the balls?
The balls.
The balls. Yeah, they're like little balls. they're almost like they're what's a really thin? Is it vermicelli? The noodles. It feels like it's got those really fine noodles, but I don't think it is.
It isn't. It's oh, I do know what it is because they have put it on
Oh,
there.
if you like squid, you will love this. It's delicious.
It's really rich. It's lovely. Now they do normal tama squid
yeah.
there. So when you go in and you just order tama squid, yeah, they do that, but they don't do the chili tama squid. So so they do squid, and they do so that you can get the salt and pepper normal squid, then you can get tama squid, but the tama chili squid is only on Deliveroo. But if you ask them, they will do it.
There you go. In actual fact, we normally do our tip of the week, and I think that's going to be our tip of the week this week. Is going to be, if you get Wagamama's, do go for the corn on the cob, and do go for the chili tama squid.
Yeah.
Wagamama's, chili tama squid, and corn on the cob.
We should do a video on it. So what I will, we'll order one day, and that's what we'll order, because my normal go-to is teriyaki salmon. I love teriyaki salmon. And I also love the mini chicken chai hum, which is the kids, but they do a normal adults but amount, but I always go for the kids. I feel like the kids fills me up quite well.
So Richie said I had squid crisps. Ooh. What squid crisps? Is that, you mean actual crisps that are squid flavored, or is it actually squid that's cut into really fine
and crisped up? Like, you know,
I'm interested because that sounds like, I really do like squid. One of my other favorites as well is lobster. I absolutely love lobster.
You like oysters?
Yeah, I like oysters. If you watch our Ned's video, I'm all right, thank you. If you watch our Ned's video, you will see my body weight in oysters. Oh, it was flavored. So, flavored crisps.
Never heard of it.
What company is that? Is it Walker's, or is it a different brand? I've never heard of that.
No.
Or is it something is it a non-British one?
Or is it like a supermarket's own, like a Morrison's own, an Asda own, a Tesco own? But no, I've never heard of that, actually.
And I've got to say, actually, that's going to be one of our recommendations of the week as well. If you hand those over to me. So these, we've gone for Auntie Anne's, for anybody that's probably seen these before, the pretzels, but these are the pretzel bites. So
sugar
those
ones, the vanilla sugar ones.
That's vanilla sugar. You can get the cinnamon, which is equally as good, but these are the vanilla. But there's something, and the smell is so nice. That is so good.
I'm gonna take another one.
You can see how good they are as well. So that's a couple of recommendations from us to try. It's from the Oriental Supermarket in Stratford in London. I wondered if it was actually traditional. If it was a traditional, was it Chinese or Japanese, or be very interesting for I wonder if you had actually gone to an Asian cuisine place. That was why I was wondering.
Yeah, because we go to Chinatown, we probably could pass by one and see if they have it.
Yeah. So Chinatown, what's your favorite bakery in Chinatown? You've mentioned it before.
Golden Gate.
That's it, Golden Gate. So on one of our videos, I forget which one it was. Was it London Part 3, or was it one of the other ones we did, the Sweet Treats one? You went to the Golden Gate.
Sweet Treats.
Sweet Treats. London Sweet Treats. We shouldn't have called it Sweet Treats because you don't know where you're going, but
so these are the Sweet Treats of London, basically. So we went to all these different places and just got all the sweet treats. But from that video, I think you probably would recommend the Milk Train.
Oh, Milk Train. We mentioned it before. So they're in Covent Garden. There is an ice cream parlor called Milk Train. That's the one where they put candy floss around the ice cream. That was really good. Again, that was in our Sweet Treats video.
I think we videoed it again, but I think it might have been in London Part 1 or London Part 2.
Yeah, I think we should give it its own video. It's that good a place. So we will give it its own video. Or we should just do one. We are planning on doing that. Instead, just doing ice cream. We just go around and have ice cream.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be enough just to have it as a video on its own. But there are a couple of ice cream places we could try.
Yes.
In the same day.
So there's another place called Dirty Ice Cream, which is in Chinatown, which we haven't yet tried, and we do want to try that.
Yeah. There's a couple of places that I do want to try, but there's only so many sweet things I can eat in a day.
I know, exactly. Well,
I can't eat too many.
I think if we have several ice cream places, I'm sure you guys will be able to keep and it'll have to have some savoury in the day, and then just the rest of the day just let our bodies take the sugar hit.
Yeah, because I think that day we must have had about 5 or 6 things.
Oh God, yeah, we did.
5 or 6 sweet treats.
Yeah, we did. I'll tell you something. Towards the end of it, so I think the first thing. So we started off by having cakes. We went to this cake shop and we had about 4 or 5 cakes. What was the name? And
Oh, Crack-a-Lamb.
Crack-a-Lamb.
I'm disappointed with Crack-a-Lamb.
Crack-a-Lamb ran out of cakes about 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something stupid like that. They were open till 8.
And I was like, what time are you going to close? Oh, yeah, I think we might have to think about closing early.
Well, I walked in and there's about 4 or 5 cakes left. And I thought they must have more in the back.
In the back?
No, they'd run out. I thought, anyway. So we ate those. Then we went to another place and I think we went to Creme, which is the big cookie.
Yeah, I think after we went to Oh Crackala, I think that's when we went to Milk Train.
Oh, that's when we went to Milk Train. So we got ice cream. Then we went to Creme, which is the big cookie.
No, then we went to Yole.
Oh God, yeah, that was Yola. I forgot that.
We went to Yole,
which is basically it's like it's a cross between bubble tea and yogurt, ice yogurt. You know the
yeah, it's a cross between bubble tea and frozen yogurt.
Frozen yogurt. That's not ice yogurt. Frozen yogurt.
But I don't think we didn't go to Creme that day.
Yeah, I'm sure we did went to Creme.
Not that day, because that was in Soho, and we pretty much stuck to Leicester Square and Chinatown.
And then we had Japanese pancakes, the big fluffy
Yes.
Japanese. Oh my God!
Because I wanted to go to Boot. That was the day I wanted to go to Boutique, and he didn't want to queue anymore. He's like, no, I don't want to queue.
And I've got to be honest, guys. By that point, I was eating these Japanese pancakes. I was going, yeah, these are really nice. I was so full. But they're delicious. Though. They're really light and fluffy. Again, I'd recommend all those places, and they actually put Nutella on the top and little chopped up pieces of strawberry. That was really, really nice. Oh, Richard said you always go to nice places.
Yeah, you know what? We try to do interesting things that we think that you guys might like.
Yes, exactly.
Or maybe you wouldn't try, but or think about trying and think, oh, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to try that place. And so that's what we like to sort of go and do. We sort of like to go and try these places. Like some of them are like really expensive that you might not try, but you might like to watch. And then there are some places that are more affordable that we'll go to, you know, namely Carvery.
Yeah.
Because Carvery's like such good value. But like again, though, on the flip side of the coin, like a lot of people don't like it because you get like really thin slices of meat. It's like paper or whatever. And I do get that and I understand that. But you have a wealth of all the other stuff that you can just go back and have as much as you want. So
now, Richard, you'll appreciate this as well because I know you're a bit of a donut connoisseur. I think you went to. Did you go? I'm sure it was you that was saying you went to Morrison's and bought the big packs of. Is it 5-pack, 6-pack that they do? Because I think Morrison's do the regular jam. They do apple, and they do custard as well. But we wanted to do a couple of donuts in central London. So we did Donut Time, which is the big ones. But we also went to Crosstown. Now, Crosstown is in Soho. And again, they do nice ones as well.
Crosstown are all over. But I have to say, me personally, I preferred Donut Time.
But Samuel preferred the Crosstown, didn't he?
Samuel preferred Crosstown, yeah. Crosstown's his thing, definitely.
Crosstown, what I love about Crosstown, they aren't as sweet though as Donut Time, I've mentioned.
Yeah, I think they're not as sweet. But also I don't think they do a lot of vegan, whereas Donut Time
pretty vegan.
They're all pretty much vegan. So if you are vegan, you're all right with Donut Time.
Yeah, Richard said, yeah, that was me. Because I'd be really interested to see you do a review compared to the Morrison's one. The Morrison's one, where I work, there's a Morrison's right across the road. So if it's people's birthdays and stuff like that, we tend to get donuts on the regular. So, but I really do like the Morrison's ones. They do taste really fresh, and the different ones they do. The jam one's nice, but the custard one's really good, and I like the apple one as well. It tastes like Mr. Kipling Bramley apple pie.
Right, okay.
It's like that type of filling.
I've got to say, I'm not a lover of Morrison's baked goods. I find them. I have.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah. When Mum used to take us, I bought them quite a few times. I have given them a go, and I've given them several chances. Everything is too salty. They use whatever it is. They're using far too much salt. And I tasted several because I'm a lover of baked goods. I like baked goods. I like donuts. I like pastries. I love baguettes. I love all of that type of stuff. You know, my family come from France and Mauritius, so we love all those types of things. But It's too salty.
Richard, out of the donuts that you had, what was your favourite one from Morrison's? Just out of interest. Did you go for you prefer the jam ones? I'm sure they do a chocolate one, but I might be wrong. But I definitely remember they did jam, apple, and custard. They may have done a chocolate one. I'm not 100% sure. I thought they had, but I'm not sure. But out of all the ones they had, which one would you have gone for? Which was your favourite?
Yeah. I like to go to different places and try a lot of their pastries or their baguettes and stuff like that. And I have to say,
apple, but it goes fast.
Apple. I have to say, with Sainsbury's, when I used to buy their baguettes, they were very heavy, like compared to other supermarkets where I would buy the baguettes. For some reason, Sainsbury's one were very heavy. However, their Vienna rolls, I really, really enjoy their Vienna rolls, because sometimes when you buy a baguette, you can't eat it the next day stale, right? Baguettes are no good the next day. They're just stale. But their Vienna rolls, they do keep for a couple of days, and I really like that. So I know I can get a Vienna roll and I can eat it and it will still be good the next day because they do packs of 6. But other brands that I buy, you cannot eat it the next day.
Well, I've got to say, because Morrison's donuts are outstanding value for money. I mean, you get what, 5 or 6 for 60p?
Oh yeah,
you cannot knock that.
No, you can't. I would question the ingredients that are used in it. Yeah.
Well, you think donut time is about a £5 for one. I know they're huge, but it's about a £5 for one.
But you're also talking about what type of ingredients are they using. This is the thing, because it's all very well and good, but you've got to also think about.
Nice, though.
Yeah, you've got to think about the preservatives that they're using, the ingredients that they're using, and all of that type of stuff. So it's just what your preference is. Do you know what I mean? But you're very much, you don't mind the quality of something as long as it's in abundance.
No, that's not such. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat abundant stuff. I tell with your tea cup, I just want to pour something.
No,
it all trickles down.
No,
see the top song.
Yeah. But with me, I'm very if it doesn't, I don't mind if it's cheaper and it tastes nice or it tastes better. But I don't like it if it's cheaper and it doesn't taste.
So, I was just laughing at Richard's comment. He said, "Tiddles, my cat, heard your voices and is coming, running on his stool. Looked at me, meowed, is now watching you. Hello, Tiddles."
Hi, Tiddles. Oh, bless him. Or her. Is Tiddles a girl or a boy? It has to be. I don't mind if something's cheaper at all. I'm all about that. If I can find a bargain, I am all about that. But my thing taste comes above that. So if it is cheaper but doesn't taste as nice, I'm not touching that. I'm not going to waste my time eating something that I don't find enjoyable, or if I've been spoiled by eating something else because it's so good, then I'm not going to spoil myself by eating something that's just not on par with that.
Tiddles is a he, and yes, he responded.
Oh,
I do that with a cat. They always turn around. So out of the 3 then, so if you were to go in between, so Bread Ahead, which is the one we had in Borough Market, which is delicious. That I've got to say, we've said it before, Bread Ahead is got probably the freshest dough I've ever tried on a donut. Where the stall is in Borough Market, they are actually making them fresh behind in their little rooms, and then they hand them forward to the desk to sell. Yeah. So Bread Ahead, Crosstown, and Donut Time, which of those 3 would you go for out of the 3?
If we are talking about the actual donut, not the filling, the actual donut, Bread Ahead. I don't know what they are doing with that dough, but it is far superior than any donut I think I've tasted.
Definitely recommend that, guys. If you are in London and you do get near a Bread Ahead, we have an Instagram picture of Tiddles watching.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a little look.
Send me this now.
We won't share, just in case you don't want Tiddles.
Oh yeah, look, there's us, and then there's Tiddles.
Oh.
But the thing is, I love the dough, the however they're mixing that dough, Bread Ahead. it's the far superior donut I think I've ever tasted.
Yeah,
I think.
like I said, do try though. If you've not tried Breadhead, that's our recommendation. You can blame us if you don't like it, but I've got to say the actual dough is so fresh. It
Yeah.
tastes so good.
Someone was saying, I can't remember who it was, but they didn't really much like the filling. But it might have been a friend of mine. Yeah, she said she wasn't a lover of the filling, but the actual donut itself was really, really good.
Now there's loads of different types of fillings, so pick the ones. You've got plenty of choice there, and they do change them regularly. So they did a Need to Mess one, and I wanted to get that one because I saw some other YouTuber do a review on the
really?
yeah, and they did a Need to Mess, but it was during the summer because when we went,
wow.
of course it was towards the end of summer. They hadn't done it then, but they stopped doing them.
Might be worth another trip.
So it would be worth another trip. They have their favourites like the custard one. There's a chocolate one, obviously the raspberry one, and they also do a what's the caramel one, which is really good.
They did one with the crunchy on top, the honeycomb.
Yeah, that's it. That was the caramel one.
That was quite nice. I liked. I think there was a lemon curd one.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't think it was too sharp, that one. And we've got some. Well, we've got orange curd in the fridge, haven't we? I've got to make a cake and use that in the middle of the cake. I think it will really bring it out.
So Rich has said my favourite donuts are from the Isle of Wight, Sandown Pier. I used to go there when I was a kid. They have an HV award winning best donut in the UK, and yes, there are fresh and big recipe. Very old, I'm told. Oh wow. There you go. Thank you, Richard. That's a good tip there. So if anybody is in the Isle of Wight, go to Sandown Pier. And do you remember what they're called? But they have an award. The best donut in the UK. Wow.
I haven't been to the Isle of Wight in years.
That might be worth a little trip just to do the...
A cousin of mine actually works in the Isle of Wight. Yeah, we should go down. Not to visit him, obviously, but to visit him if he's there, if he wants to visit. But we should go down in general anyway. Because it's been many years since I've been to Ryde or Shanklin. It'd be good.
Black Gang Chine was the one. Yeah, I remember.
Never went to Black Gang Chine.
Oh, you missed a treat. It was great.
Ryde and Shanklin. Yeah, I remember going to them, and I remember shopping on the Isle of Wight, and I remember buying school shirts for myself because my mum never bought me school shirts as I was growing older. So I had all these school shirts that were really tight, and I just thought, oh my god! So I remember buying myself really big baggy school shirts that I could bag over my skirt and things like that.
Just donuts, the one with the hole in the middle with sugar by choice. Oh, okay. They're just sort of homemade ones as well. There's nothing like the fresh tasting ones as well. Also reminds me of the seaside as well, because you always get that, especially when we go somewhere like Brighton or something like that, you always get those sugar donuts on the pier.
Yeah, we took my nephew out and we said, oh yeah, we must take you to Brighton, because we used to take them to Brighton when they were little.
Yeah, when they were little, that's right. And he was telling me he's still got the little pink tickets.
Oh yeah, from the pier.
So that was a long time ago we last took them as well. But yeah, there's something about having donuts on the pier which is really nice. Or obviously with fish and chips.
Fish and chips on the pier, yeah. We haven't been for years to Brighton. So yeah, we definitely have to take them at some point this year and go and enjoy fish and chips on the pier. Although the place that we went to fish and chips though, on the pier in November when we went, wasn't the greatest, but I believe it's because it's out of season. So because normally we've eaten outside before with the same people, but they have an outside bit as well on the pier, and we've eaten there before and it's been fine. It's been like really nice and stuff, but because we were out of season and I don't think it tasted as great as when we've had it in the past.
Oh, that's interesting. Southend City have a fight over who makes the best donuts. This is what Richard's saying. Each store and shop makes out that theirs are better. Oh, really? Oh, do you know what? I've not been to Southend. Again, that's somewhere we should look to go.
I've been once. I've been to Southend once. A friend of mine, she had another friend, and we all decided to go to the caravan. And and I'm not really a caravan person. I remember bringing my rucksack because I didn't know what to expect or what we were doing.
Miss Moreau, hello.
Hey, how are you?
How are you doing? You well?
Hope you're well.
So we were just talking about donuts and where's the best ones to get. So we're having a little debate.
And I guess, what did everyone do for Easter? Like, how was everyone's Easter? Ours was really good. We did the barbecue. We were just saying earlier.
We did eat a lot of food actually over Easter, so it was good. So it was well worth doing the barbecue. Definitely got that fired up and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we love doing barbecues anyway. We often do. We often use pre-lockdown, prior to lockdown. We used to do loads of barbecue. We used to have a family barbecue, and then we do different barbecues throughout the year. But since lockdown and stuff, we've only done barbecues, you and I.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when lockdown lifted, I think I've only had 2 people over for barbecue, which has been Evelyn and Alicia.
Yeah,
they're the only 2 people that we've had over for a barbecue. Nobody else.
I was going to say, Richard said Southend City is my local seaside resort and only half an hour away.
Oh wow!
Where'd you get the train to Southend? Hey Bungers, that's me.
Yeah, that's you, Bunga.
Hello. Hi Alicia, you okay? Ray, hello.
Hey, Ray.
Oh, she's just having a yum yum.
Oh.
Which one did you get? Now we did buy.
I love a yum yum.
We did buy, and it's a bit stale now because Madam didn't eat hers. Oh, we did not that, but I didn't have one of these. So we did buy an Easter yum yum, but we went to Auntie Anne's, which we haven't done for a while.
Mine's stale. It's been sitting here, and I thought,
chewing on it.
Mark's been chewing on it. But we got the speckled hen one. Don't know. We have to get behind the box so it doesn't focus on our face. It doesn't want to focus.
No.
Oh yeah, there it is. There you go. And there was eggs on it, but Mark ate all the eggs.
There's one left in it.
No, there ain't.
Right at the bottom there.
Oh, right, inside the hole, right.
But definitely have the bites. I really recommend these, guys. This is the vanilla one. How's your yum yum? And how was your Easter?
How was everyone's Easter? I hope everyone had a really good Easter.
Oh,
what does Richard say?
Richard said, I have choices. Sea to sea from Barking or mainland from Romford Station to Southend City. Okay, right, okay.
Sea to sea is the one that comes into Liverpool Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that go into Liverpool Street? Because we could catch it from there, I think.
Sea to sea does, yeah.
We'd have to go into the city, I think, to get to from where we are.
Yeah.
We'd have to go up to the city and then across.
And back out again.
Yeah. But you recommend Southend. Would you recommend it as well? Would you prefer Southend to Brighton, or have you not been to Brighton? That's our sort of general haul, really. As well.
I don't know if anything can beat Brighton.
What, city-wise?
Or do you think Torquay?
Oh, yeah. I was going to... Well, I don't know. I like Brighton as well, but I don't know. I've never been to Blackpool, so I can't compare it to Blackpool.
I think Blackpool would be good. I think there'd be more to do in Blackpool, I think.
Vanilla Easter was good. I've been... this is what Ray said. I've been good. Just had a cream egg. No big shells this year. Oh, so you cut down on the chocolate this year.
We don't eat.
No,
well, I don't really eat Easter eggs. I've got to be honest. So
I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest.
Nobody really buys them for me because I never really eat them. I used to get loads, but then they would just sit there because I don't really eat them.
Yeah, I was the same as well. I used to get them as a kid, and they last ages because I just eat them very, very slowly.
Yeah, and friends used to get them for me, and family used to get them for me. They don't get them for me anymore because I don't eat them. Hey Sam, how are you?
Hi Sam, how are you? Miss Moreau says seaside donuts are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, we were just saying that.
They are good.
When you're on the seaside and you've got that smell of donuts, there's just something about it, just reminiscent of you being at the seaside. And when they're freshly being fried as well, there's something really, really good. Bag full of really, really, really sugary little donuts while you're having on the seaside.
Sometimes they give you a tub of jam. They give you a tub of, and then you dip the sugary donuts in the jam. And
although I've noticed on the seaside now, churros are making a big thing now. When we went to South Bank on in London, right on the river, that was a big thing. So you get a big sort of plate of churros and you get a little dip, and it normally is Nutella, and you just dip your churros in the Nutella.
I asked for white chocolate and they didn't have any.
So they gave you okay.
And they gave me Nutella.
I prefer the Nutella, to be honest.
I've had better churros than those ones that we had.
Richard said Southend City has that Essex vibe. It's got its own ice cream called Rossi and its own selfie centre. It's part zoo, so much to do the ride, but take up your time. Well, actually, thank you. We shall give that a little go. Actually, we must go to Southend.
O2 have a selfie station as
Yeah,
well.
they do. Really, if you do check out our video on the O2, I was really impressed with the O2. Actually, it really has come up. We must go there again. Actually,
It's picked up a lot. Yeah, we definitely have to go. I was thinking, I want to go and see a couple of movies, so it might be worth going.
Yeah, because they've got the cinema there at the O2 as well. But just be warned, if you do go to the O2, it does get very, very busy, particularly at the weekend.
It gets very, very busy when there's concerts.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to a few concerts in the past in the O2, and it is very, very
It's
busy.
very, very busy at the O2. But other than that, it actually is pretty quiet. Like if you were to go today, if you're not working or whatever, if you're off, go in the week, it's really quiet. And you can actually get a seat in a restaurant.
Oh, you meant to say the Sea Life Centre, not the selfie. I thought you meant like a selfie centre.
I was going to say they've got a selfie centre in O2.
But they do in the O2, they do have a selfie centre. That's what I meant. I thought you meant. So literally the selfie centre is like a big shop with backgrounds, and you can take selfies, but they do charge you to take selfies. Alicia said, sorry, I've not long got home. I had SEN training after work, so I'm just trying to sort dinner. How was your day anyway?
I hope you're all right. We took Janai out today. I'm sure he's shown you all his goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took my nephew out for something to eat today, and yeah, he seemed to enjoy it. He seemed to like it.
So Sam asked her, what have you been up to this week? Also, have you had a good Easter?
We did have a good Easter,
thank you.
We on Saturday we had a barbecue breakfast, which was nice.
Yeah.
On Friday we had a fish and chip supper, and I thought, oh great, because we're not going to eat meat, let's have fish and chips. Halfway through eating my battered sausage, I realised, oh no, I'm eating a battered sausage. I shouldn't be eating a battered sausage on Good Friday. So that was an epic fail. So we had we had fish and chips on the Friday, and then we had a barbecue breakfast on Saturday. And I cooked up everything, so all the sausages, all the bacon, and all that type of stuff. You had your omelette and all that. I made a little video on TikTok, so if you follow us on TikTok, you'll see that I did a little a video on TikTok. And then we had Easter lunch, a barbecue Easter lunch on the Sunday, and it was so nice. I mean, on Saturday it was really nice. It was really warm. We sat outside. But on Sunday, it was still warm, but not as warm as the Saturday. But what did we do? We had corn on a cob. You had salmon. We had steak, dauphinoise potatoes. We had roasted veg. We had parmentier potatoes, and God, I can't even remember what else.
Yeah, so there was we did have quite. How was everybody else's?
Yeah,
Easter
what
break?
did everyone else
What did you do, Sam? Did you have a good one? And did you enjoy it? And did everybody else have a good one? What did you guys get up to? Did you cook anything, or did you order in? Or did you go out for something to eat?
So what does Alicia say?
Alicia said it was good. Yeah, I know. I haven't fully caught up with Janai yet, as I just came in rushing about. So told him to tell me afterwards. I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will, exactly. I think he was studying, or he was going to go home and do some studying.
Yeah, it was
what I have to do after this.
Yeah, so we were. What was I going to say? So I had the day off today, which was really nice. Richard said Easter Sunday, got up at 4:30 a.m.
Wow.
for sunrise. Oh, well, you went 6 a.m. church service on the hill.
Right, okay.
Made an awesome vid and had free fry up at the church hall. How was that?
Yeah, he sent me a picture, and that's what I said. I said, wow, because the church. The churches that I've been to, the church services, you might get a cup of tea and a biscuit on 1 or 2 occasions, maybe, but I never heard of like a nice free breakfast.
Oh, so Ray did hake and snapper on Friday and lamb roast on Sunday.
Wow.
Did you do all the accoutrements as well, Ray? You must have been really busy cooking all that. How did you do your snapper? And
I can imagine the hubby would have liked the snapper. Is that right? I can imagine your hubby liking the snapper.
And how did you do it? Did you actually wrap it and bake it, or did you fry it, or just out of interest? Miss Moreau went to a barbecue.
Oh, you know what? It's always nice when you go to a barbecue and somebody else is
Yeah. I was going to say.
When we do a barbecue, everybody really loves it because obviously they just sit around, enjoy the drink, enjoy the food, enjoy the music, enjoy the chat, and all of that. And we're hard at work.
Yes.
We're hard at work.
What was I going to say? But one thing I'm going to do, the next time we do a barbecue, I'm going to do Yorkshire puddings with it. I've decided.
Right.
Don't know why. I've never done it before.
He was meant to do Yorkshire puddings, but he didn't.
No, but I'm going to do it next time we do one. Alicia said, yeah, he's back at school tomorrow, so he's doing revision.
Mm-mm.
Sam said, my family made me an Easter meal, and then on Good Friday, I accidentally had chicken nuggets.
Welcome to the club.
Kelly did
Welcome
the same.
to the club.
Because you forgot. And then what did you have? You had your
Battered sausage. Because when I get fish and chips, right? So this is what our fish and chips consists of. So we get 2 small cods and chips, right? Because the size of the cod here is pretty much the same as the large cod. So there's no need to pay extra for the large cod.
Alicia went to, what? Yorkshire pudding at a barbecue? What? I've decided, Alicia, I'm going to do it because going to go with the steak.
So we did, so I ordered 2 lots of fish and chips. And then Mark wanted curry sauce and he always has mushy peas.
Yeah.
And I always have a battered sausage and I like to order something on the side like onion rings or whatever. So I ordered onion rings. So anyway, it came and I cut the fish in half because I can't eat a whole one, and I put a handful of chips in my plate and I put my battered sausage in, and I was eating and all of this, laughing, ha 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 ha, kiki, and all this. Halfway through the sausage, oh no, I'm eating battered sausage on Good Friday.
Well, Sam had his nuggets as well, so it was all good. And what did you have at the barbecue, Miss Moreau? Did you have anything nice? Have you ever tried a breakfast at the Premier Inn?
No,
Charlie does.
Charlie was asking me the same question. I've had a breakfast at Travelodge, but not at the Premier Inn.
Richard said Good Friday was my Westminster Cathedral service, 2 hours long and worth it. Nice experience. That must be amazing, actually. I've never been to gone to a service at Westminster Abbey, so it'd be good. I'd love to see that, especially the singing. Ray said, roasted the hake, fried the snapper with fried dumplings and hard dough bread on Sunday. I did Sweden carrot mash that I haven't done for a long, long time. Oh, did you add cream?
I haven't had hard dough bread for ages.
Yeah, nor me, actually. Yeah. Did you add cream to it? I love cream with Swede and stuff like that.
I used to buy it on the regular. Hard dough bread.
Richard said Monday I was whacked out. I'm not surprised getting up that early. After day before, 21 hours awake, so too much chocolate. Right, catch you later, said Alicia. Yes, Ray.
Leash, catch you later.
Ray with the snapper, fried dumplings and hard dough bread. I love fried dumplings, actually. They're really not. My old landlord.
Do you know what? I'm not a lover of the dumplings. I'm not a lover of dumplings and plantain. I'm not a lover.
I love the dumplings.
But you do like plantain as well.
Yeah, I do like plantain.
I'm not a lover of plantain.
Well, I've tried it. Several people done it. One person did it. I didn't like it so much because it's a bit bland, but somebody else added a lot more flavour to it.
Yeah.
So it really depends on who does it.
It's all about the seasoning.
Sorry, Miss Moreau. So we're going back to the Premier Inn. No, we have done though a Travelodge breakfast, which is really nice.
Alicia said, Kelly, you ain't ready. Listen, I've had it plenty of times and I still don't like it. I'm just saying.
The person that did them originally for me boiled them, and they were quite bland. And then somebody else did it for me. It might have been you, Alicia. Actually, it tasted a lot better because it was fried.
Yeah,
there was a lot more flavour to it when it was fried.
I like the jerk pork though. I like jerk pork more than jerk chicken. And you like the salt and pepper prawns? Yeah,
they were delicious. They're my favourite.
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
No. So yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think it was you. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I've never heard of boiling plantain before though.
Yeah, this was not.
I've never heard of that. Anyway, bye, bunga. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing the barbecue at Easter. And I'm thinking if it's nice and things are back to normal next year, I would like to do a barbecue at Easter. I think it would be like a small one, not a big one. A small barbecue at Easter, have a couple people round, and just play some music and enjoy the sun if it's going to be a sunny Easter. But these last few years, we have had sunny Easters. We haven't, can't remember if last year April was a good Easter, but every Easter that we've had, I remember going to Vegas, and it was a really, because we went over an Easter weekend, and the weather was so nice, and it made me so mad because I like to be here when it's nice weather, and then when it's not so nice weather, I like to go abroad. So the fact that it's nice weather here and then I'm going abroad, it upsets me.
Richard said, I hope to get a video this year of the 24-hour Spitfire Scramble race.
Oh, wow.
Full front vlog. Where's that? Is that an air show?
Is that a Biggin Hill?
Yeah, is it Biggin Hill or is it a different air show? There's loads of actually. There's one in oh gosh, in Devon. I forget where it is now.
Oh.
Fleet Air Arm Museum, that was it, near there that they used to do a show. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Richard said this year I've got no huge but mega surprises. Karen,
No, she has. Sorry, I think he misput that. He has got a huge, because you've already done a hint of your video. You showed it to me.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So check out Richard's thing for the hint that he's going to give for the new video.
Mm.
Karen, hello.
Hey, Karen.
Good evening to you both. Just lovely ears tonight. Just watched the
Thank
Sunday
you.
roast review you recently done. Oh, what did you think? Would it be something that would interest you, Karen? Or oh, we hope so. I hope
it, yeah, because the thing with the what do you call it, Blacklock, is in the centre of London, and I feel like it's really reasonable price for the centre of London, because there's loads of places in London and it's so overpriced.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there are some restaurants that are overpriced and it's worth it. But there are plenty that are overpriced and it's not worth it. So to find something you know, of value with, you know, the amount that you're getting, for like, if there's two of you, there has to be a minimum of 2 people if you're going to get the all-in menu, which is 44 pounds basically, split between you, so 22 pounds each plus your 12.5% discretionary charge or whatever it is really reasonable. I feel like that was really good money, to be quite honest.
Richard said the Spitfire Scramble was in Hornchurch,
Okay.
County Park, near Sister. London, so much to do. I know. Do you know what? This is the great thing, because where we are based in London, I mean, we can get to the centre quite quickly.
Yeah.
So there's so much for us to do. Every time we go, shall we do it? What should we do? What should we do? What's great about London is you can do a review on just one food type. Like I said, so we want to do one on ice cream. But when it was Shrove Tuesday, I said, let's do one on pancakes. So I Googled and I was shocked how many pancake places there are in London. So one of the places I really want to do is a place called My Old Dutch. Now,
yeah.
Now, My Old Dutch is actually, as it sounds, it's they're Dutch pancakes. So Dutch pancakes are like crepes. They're very, very thin, but they're large. They're huge. They're almost like, if you think of it like a pancake pizza. So instead of the pizza base, you've got a large, thin pancake, and on top of that, you would have your traditional pizza filling. So if you had a savoury one, you'd have the cheese, you'd have tomato paste, you'd have whatever you like on top of your pizza. But then also you'd have the same type of pizza base, and then pancake base, and then obviously you would have the same for your dessert. But they are large; they're like this, so a good 12-inch pancake.
There's one at Universal Studios that they're doing, and it was like a really big thing, where they had like blueberry and lemon cheesecake filling in these sort of like crepe pancake. It looks so good. I can't wait to go there and actually try it and show it to you guys and see what it's like and everything.
So Karen said there was the issue.
I'm
you were
just gonna take this call.
Oh, okay. So Karen said there was the issue of you and Kelly. You liked the flavors, but you didn't like the way it was cooked, and not enough for you. Now, I've got to say that was just, I suppose, for Kelly. Kelly doesn't like the meat well done or rare. She does like to have the meat actually quite either well done or at least medium. And of course, the way Blacklock do it is where a lot of people like to do. They do it quite rare, so it's red in the middle. Now, for me. Now, as you guys know, I have, Karen, as you know, I've got a absolutely massive appetite, probably unhealthily so. But that's so with the Blacklock, obviously you got the one meal, but you've got to say for £22, that wasn't too bad, and it does give you enough room for dessert as well. Now the desserts, what was weird was about as well, they did Welsh rarebit as a dessert, and as you guys probably know, Welsh rarebit is basically it's cheese on toast. So I was really surprised they did that as a dessert. I don't know if they added anything sweet to it, but they did serve it as a dessert. I've never, ever seen that before. Welsh rarebit as a dessert. Richard said pancakes go as far as Stone Age. Is it? Oh, Stone Age, sorry. Found in the stomach for the Stone Age people. So is that a no-go? I do love the pancakes, so I've got to say, though, but I do like the crepe ones. They're quite thin ones. The American style ones as well, I do like them, but they obviously you can only eat so many of them because they're just like so stodgy. It's almost like a cross between a pancake and a cake. Almost, it's like having how would I describe? It's like having Victoria sponge in a pancake. But I must say, it's really really nice, really really tasty. I do like those sort of thin to thick pancakes. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Blacklock if you do get a chance. Yorkshire took over half the plate. Yeah, they were huge, says Karen. I had to make those comments. I feel I would been a bit disappointed, not thinking about the price. Yes, it was a good price. Yeah, no, you are right. It wasn't the biggest of portion sizes. So if you're going there as well,
I feel for vegetarian. Sorry, basically, I had a hairdresser's appointment for tomorrow because I really do need a cut because it's now got no shape or anything to it. Look at it, looks mad. So I booked in to get a haircut. Unfortunately, her son is not well, so I've switched it to next week.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So yeah, so that's that. So that's why I had to take the call because I recognised the number and I thought, oh, let me just take that call quickly.
Yeah, so Karen was just saying the Yorkshires took over half the plate. That and they were ginormous.
They were huge. I mean, even when you go to Carvery, like Toby Carvery, actually though they've scaled down their Yorkshire puddings because at one point they were so huge, they were taking up over half the plate. And then I would say, oh, can I have a small one? Because you're filling it up. It's just like sometimes I can't eat a huge portion anyway of food. So I like to be able to enjoy my food, and I don't like to eat until I'm stuffed. You're the opposite. You like to eat until you're stuffed.
I've got to be honest, that is my part of enjoyment of the meal. When I feel like I'm full and I've had a proper dinner.
Yeah.
I know it's not good to eat too stuff, but I do like that feeling of just thinking, right, I've really enjoyed myself.
He's stuffed. Whereas I'm the exact opposite. I don't like to eat till I'm stuffed because when I was growing up, obviously, you know, you eat everything on your plate, and all of this. And so you're conditioned to eat not large portions, but you're eating beyond what you should be eating. When you make sure you finish on your plate, make sure you make sure. And so you are conditioned to, especially if you're full, you're full. And your parents going, oh. So then you're eating beyond what your capacity really is. And so you get used to feeling stuffed. And so I've trained myself not to go beyond the point of, do you know what? I'm nicely full. I give my mind enough time to talk to my stomach and say, do you know what? No more. You're full. Your hunger's gone or whatever. He doesn't even bother chewing his food. This one, it's just this. And so his brain doesn't have a chance to say to his stomach, do you know what? I'm full, no more.
Exactly. So I don't give it time. So Miss Moreau's asked a question. Have you guys tried Too Good To Go? No. Is that a restaurant? Or is that a delivery service? Or is that... No, we've not tried Too Good To Go. Not heard of it.
No, never heard of it.
Sorry, do you mind letting us know what that is? And if you... obviously, if it's like a restaurant, stuff like that, what would you recommend? Always, this is what we love about doing the lives. We get to learn all different places to try.
Yeah, there's a couple places. What was it? Bone Daddy's was one.
Yeah.
Which I've made a mental note of, thinking I must go to Bone Daddy's. And there was another one that somebody mentioned. I'll have to go back and take a look. But yeah, Bone Daddy's was definitely one that stuck in my mind. I thought I must try there.
Richard said, I'm an odd person. At every meal on Sunday roast, I put jam in my Yorkshire puddings.
Well, do you know what, though? It's the same mix as a pancake, right?
No, I was going to say, actually, that's not that weird. I'll tell you why. Because if you think about it, there's not a huge difference between cranberry jelly or cranberry sauce and jam. It literally is like a fruit. Cranberry is not a million miles away from a fruit jam.
You're very right, yeah.
And also as well, Nigella Dawson does a recipe where she bakes Yorkshire pudding, but she has it as a dessert, not as an accompaniment with the main. So what she'll do is she'll take it with a Yorkshire pudding and she'll add ice cream to it and syrup. Golden syrup.
But Toby Carvery also have pudding.
Yes, they do.
Yorkshire pudding.
And I was going to come on to saying that as well. So you can actually get Toby Carvery that they do a Yorkshire pudding as a dessert.
Yes.
So you would have that with ice cream again, very similar. And I think you also have it with is it like strawberry sauce or something?
I think it's something like strawberry sauce. We didn't. I'd have to go back and look at the vlog because that we did that a while ago, didn't we? That our third Toby Carvery one. Because the first Toby Carvery one was about Toby Carvery, and then the second one was the breakfast, and then the third one was after lock. You could actually serve yourself. So in the first one, they actually serve you, and then we do the breakfast one. I can't remember if they serve you in the breakfast one because I think they serve you in the breakfast one as well.
Yeah, so the breakfast one for Toby Carvery. If you ever do a Toby breakfast, now I'm not going to lie. Funny enough, I was reading a report on. I don't know if you guys have heard, but they're now going to start putting calories on menus on chains, and they did a little report and they found out the most calorific meal currently served is the Toby Carvery breakfast.
Really?
Well,
I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, the reason being is because it's unlimited, so you can have as well. So if you eat,
well, yeah, I mean, if you can eat unlimited anything, it's going to be calorific, isn't it? It's a bit unreal, to be quite honest.
Oh, look at that! I'm gonna go edit some videos, said Richard. Oh, have a nice evening, Richard. Thank you for joining us. Oh,
thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Right.
Bye, Tiddles.
Yeah, bye Tiddles. Miss Moreau said it's to cut down food waste at the end of your day. Get a random bag of goodies for a few pounds.
Oh,
yes.
I saw this advertised. Yes,
it's an app. She said,
yeah. I've seen it advertised. Yes.
Oh, that makes it. Yes, you're right as well. So you can get it for a lot cheaper because you're basically gonna. I have seen that advertised. I didn't realize that's what it was called.
Do you know Pret a Manger are very well? I say Pret a Manger are very good. The one that's in on the Strand is really good because in Central St Martin's there is a homeless shelter, and a lot of people at night. Sometimes you see a lot of protests going on, sort of in this little niche place. But there's a lot of homeless people there, and Pret are very good, and they gather up all the stuff, and they give it to the homeless people.
Yeah.
And I always think that's really good. But also, what Eat used to do was put everything in bags and put it outside the shop, the front of the shop. And sometimes I'd see cyclists opening up the bags and taking food out because it's going to go to waste. So why not give it to the homeless? And I think that's the perfect place right there, which they can give it to the homeless because the homeless shelter is just right there.
Karen said, well, if I go out, I'm like Mark. This is the lady after my own heart. I enjoy a good hearty roast dinner, and to me that looked a bit sparse. Toby Carvery put them to shame cost-wise. Do you know what, actually, Karen? You can't knock a Toby Carvery in terms of price. It's
you can't.
Absolutely outstanding value. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, Kelly and we went there. We had, I think it cost me about £25. That's for 2 roasts, plus your starter, plus drinks.
Yeah.
It was such incredible value for money. Yeah. And it is unlimited. You get your fill. You are right with the portion sizes. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I've got to pick up.
Yeah. But
I haven't finished yet.
Sorry. Go on.
I was going to say, I could have eaten 2 of those mains.
But that's exactly what I was going to say. For £14, you could have got 2 of those mains.
I know, but you don't want to buy 2.
No, I get what you're saying totally. But what I'm saying is, in a normal restaurant, you'd pay £30, right, for a main. In a normal London restaurant, and this is like a one-of-the-mill normal restaurant, you'd normally pay £30 for a main meal, roughly.
In London, you would, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, in London. So by the time you've done that, by that rationale, you might as well have bought 2 mains at £14, which is, for London standards, outstanding value. Now, I'm not saying on the outskirts of London it's outstanding. I'm saying as one of the, because it's a chop house. It belongs to the Chop House chain. So for that sort of price, it is outstanding value for the centre of London. Or I know in Birmingham it's going to be completely different because the price is going to be way more reasonable up there. But for us in London, that is outstanding value. For 3 of us was what, 70 something pounds it was.
Yeah.
For the 3 of us. And that was 1 alcoholic drink, 1 non-alcoholic drink, and 3 mains. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but for London, I'm telling you, that is really good value for money.
Karen said, yes, they should put calories, but it's still your choice. So, yeah, this is the idea now they're saying as well, putting calories. I mean, people were complaining. They said, you know, if you've got a, what's the word? I think they were saying as well.
If you're on a diet or something.
No. I think if you are a bit not OCD, but I think if you've got issues with calories, it might trigger those off. But I think it is a good idea to put the calories on there, because then you can actually watch. Because sometimes you order stuff, you have no idea what's in it.
But like I say to Mark, you can have two menus. You can have a menu with the calories on, and you can have a menu without the calories.
Oh.
And they can say to you, which menu would you like? One with the calories and one without. And you then have your choice of which one you want to choose.
Miss Moreau said, yeah, Pret is on the app.
Yeah,
on the Good to Go app.
Pret are really good. I've got to say, I do rate Pret in that sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In there are very few sandwich shops, or there are very few. I mean, what was good during the pandemic, and that was what was good about Toby, is if you could get to your local Toby, they were giving away stuff.
Yeah.
They were giving away stuff because they couldn't open. It was lockdown. They'd ordered all of this stuff, so they were just giving it away. So if you could get to your local Toby at that time during lockdown, you could have a lot of stuff. And also what I liked about some hotels, they opened up their doors to homeless people. And it was a bit of a thing, because I thought, oh, what's going to happen afterwards? But I suppose once life returns back to normal, it returns back to normal. But also what I like about Blacklock, which Mark points out, is they plant trees, and they also give to homelessness. They also are doing stuff for the Ukraine, whether you agree or don't agree, I don't know. But they are doing, some parts, like some restaurants don't give a damn.
Karen said the two menus would put the cost up. That is true, because they'd have to print more menus. So there is that.
There is that, but you already have the menus without the calories, right? So you already have the menus.
I suppose there is that. Yeah, because they're going to have to do it anyway.
You've already got the menus. So what you can do is, so let's say you have to order 50 menus twice a year, right? So you have to order 100 menus, for argument's sake, because of wear and tear. So at your first 50, you order 50 with the calories, right? Because you've already got some without the calories. Then in your next quota, you order 50 menus without the calories. And that is what you do. So at the different times of the year, if you have to order 100, you'd order 50 with and 50 without. Therefore, not going over your quota. Because you'll get some people that don't care, go, I don't care, just give me whatever menu. It's not a problem for me. And then that would still keep your costs at the same level.
Going back to Karen's point, though, I do agree with Karen there. I've got to... One thing I dislike, Karen, I don't know if you're the same, but if I go out and we, like, sometimes we'll go for a meal, and they'll give me nouveau cuisine type portion. So something where was it?
You've never had, trust me, darling, if they had nouveau cuisine, I wouldn't hear the end of it.
Oh no, we went to Cote.
That's not nouvelle cuisine.
No,
darling.
I know it's not nouvelle cuisine, but we went to Cote, right, which is a French restaurant.
Yeah.
And I ordered a fish dish, and I literally got a small dollop of mashed potato and a tiny fish on top of that, and had to pay £48 for the privilege for the two of the meals. I ate mine in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was hungry, and I left the restaurant more hungry than when I entered it. So I do get that point. That really irritates me.
No, I do agree. But equally, I said to Mark, don't pick off the set menu. So when you pick off the set menu is always smaller. But it's 2 courses for £16, right? So if you're going to choose a set menu of 2 courses for £16, you're not getting a big fish. I'm sorry, you're not getting a big fish. You're getting your tiny portion of fish and your tiny dollop of potato, and that is it. But if you pick from the a la carte menu, it is a little bit bigger, but it's not.
As Karen said, what a comp. But for that price, even with that price, I want something decent.
Yeah, but not in London, darling.
No.
You won't get it in London. You won't.
Oh, Karen, I was so annoyed. Because again, you part with all that hard-earned money.
I agree.
And I'm still hungry at the end of it. And I just thought, I've got to wait till I get home. I'm hungry.
Yeah. The thing
That's how they get you, says Karen.
Yeah, the thing is, you come from the West Country, darling. So it's slightly different there, because you're talking about hearty portion sizes. And plus, in the country, people are cooking from scratch. They're cooking that hearty meal.
It's not just West Country. I mean, like, a friend of mine comes from Leeds, and he said the same thing. He said that just no one would eat there.
Yeah, but anywhere that is not in London, is what I'm saying. Anywhere that isn't in London, or like if you go to even if you go to Canada, in Toronto, in Canada, everything is expensive. That's just that's just the way it is. It's a city. It's in the middle. It's the capital, so it's very expensive. But even in New York, there was no all-you-can-eat places, and the portions slightly bigger than London portions, but still not to his standard of portions. But it's still expensive because that's the city and that's the capital. And so, unfortunately, it is what it is. But you can get those little places like what you call it, Blacklock or whatever, that will give you, like if you weren't paying for a meal, you just paying for yourself, or you were going with friends, right? It would be, you could clearly get 2 meals.
Yeah, true.
But your thing is, and I understand it, you don't want to have to buy 2 meals. You want to buy 1 meal, and you want to be satisfied with portion size. But equally, your portion size is buffet. That's the problem. Mark will never get what he wants.
Evelyn, hello.
Hey,
and Evelyn Strike, she says cities are always expensive.
Cities are not so much cities, but capital. The capital of somewhere is normally always expensive. And that's the unfortunate. There's only one place that I've been to, a city that I'd been to, which was Barca, and the prices there were really, because the meal size and the portion size. But then again, it's reasonable for me because I can't eat a lot. So what I was thinking, and there are certain things that I will eat that you won't. So things like, I will eat pasta. Pasta will fill me up, but you wouldn't eat pasta.
No, I was going to say.
But also, it's only until very recently Mark started eating risotto. But prior to that, Mark don't eat risotto.
Now, even, how are you, even? You okay? Karen said, yes, I would always check reviews. I was brought up near London, but still realised that London can be expensive.
Yeah.
It can be a bit pricey.
It is very.
I've got to say, has there ever been a time that you've gone to a restaurant where you've been so disappointed with the portion size? Or have you been so disappointed for the price that you paid for the meal and thought, that's it?
Yeah, there was one place. Me and another friend, we went to an Indian restaurant. Now, I was expecting the meal to cost £100. And when the bill came, no, £100 in total. And when the bill came, it was £140. Now you're talking more than 10 years ago, because it was before we were together, right? But we came up to London and we saw this really nice Indian place and went there and all of this, and it was so expensive, and the food was not even all that, but it was full of it was full of Asian people. Like, they were going there dressed in all their finery and all of these. But I mean, I've eaten a lot of Indian food, but I did not think it was all that to be paying them sort of funds for that. And I'm not above going out for an expensive meal, as long as it's reasonably expensive. I'm not saying, oh yeah, like if I know, oh right, this meal's going to cost £100, and even then I'll be like, oh. But if it was like a specific place that I've always wanted to go to, somewhere like, I don't know, like Gaucho's or something, where you pay for the weight of the cut of the meat or whatever. And so, but I wouldn't want to pay beyond that. There's no way I'd want that, everything included. I want my starter, my main, my dessert, my drinks, and all of that.
Now, this is interesting. So Miss Moreau said, I don't like it when places add a service charge. Now, that's very, very interesting. Now, I've noticed, funny enough, today we went out for a meal. And also as well, I said to the guy, can I leave a tip? And now he was very nice. He pointed out, he said, well, actually, in fact, you've paid service charge.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, right. But I have gone to places where they charge you service charge and then leave a little space to add a tip. Now, that is incredibly cheeky.
Yeah.
Because the other thing, I do agree, service charge is normally about 12%. Now, if
here is 12%.
Now, I always normally tend to tip about, I know I'm a bit tight-fisted, but I normally tend to tip about £3 to £4 on the meal. So I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
But now, if you've had a meal, like we went for afternoon tea, which is a bit pricey, 12% of that ends up being about £10. Now, I think a £10 tip is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I do think that's excessive. So I do agree with service charge. I don't think they should do it. I think your tip should be discretionary.
Yeah, but it is discretionary. All service charge is discretionary. Now, what discretionary means is you don't have to pay it.
Yeah, but
all service. Trust me, I've been to places, right, and friends have been, I'm not paying that service charge, and they haven't, and they have not paid the service charge. You do not have to pay. It's discretionary.
No, I know that, but I always feel bad. I would never be in a situation where I go, "Can you take that off?"
Yeah.
I feel bad about
No,
it.
you don't have to tell them to take it off. You
Or
don't
just
have
don't
to.
pay it.
You just don't pay it. You leave your money and you get up and you go. Yeah.
So I'm going to throw that out to you guys. Have you ever not done the service charge? Have you ever told them to take it off? Have you ever? And that's not a bad thing. Has the service ever been so poor that you've never tipped?
I've not personally, but there has been a time when I just thought that is ridiculous amount of, and I'm not paying the whole of that. No. So that I've paid part of it, just not all of it.
There's only been once or twice I've never tipped, and that was because the service was so bad. They took forever to come to us as well. There was a real problem, I think, as well. We kept getting there was other people surrounding our table basically, and they kept getting up, moving out, and of course they did nothing to help. They should have moved them over to another table. No, I wasn't with you.
Oh, right.
So yeah, that was the only time we didn't tip. The service was terrible. You had to wait ages. It's so difficult. I know they were busy, but to summon anybody. Charlie, hello.
Hey, Charlie.
How are you? You're on your gaming channel, I see. How are things?
But yeah, I mean, if you ever go to a restaurant and you see that it's a discretionary charge, because they're not allowed, that you cannot charge someone a tip, right? A tip is exactly what it is.
Yeah, Evelyn just said that's what she said. When the service is bad, I don't care to tip.
Yeah, when discretionary is exactly what. No restaurant is allowed to force you to pay a tip. The price is the price, and you pay for that. You do not have to pay tip. That is a choice. Now, what restaurants do, they that's why they have to put it at the bottom. 12.5% discretionary charge has been added to your bill, right? Now, in some restaurants, what they do is when it's over a certain amount of people, that's when they charge it. If it's less than a certain amount of people, they don't charge it, and then it's up to you whether you want to pay it or not or whatever. But no, normally I like to leave a 10% tip. I think 10% is fine. But if the discretionary has already been put on, I don't then look to put on. But you didn't look at the bill properly.
No, I didn't.
No,
I got double charged.
Yeah, he got double charged, and I looked at it and I was just like, because when I then looked at the bill and I said, no, that's not right. He was double charged for toast or something. Now, it didn't cost a lot of money. And I said, right, well, we can argue if you want to. Well, not argue it, but we can just let them know.
But he was really nice. He refunded
me
straight away.
He refunded you straight away. And because you were charged twice for something that you didn't have. Now, I hope they remember that, because they won't balance at the end of the shift. When they're balancing the till, it won't balance. But yeah, that's the thing, because what he really should have done was done it the long way. I don't know how they're going to balance it at the end when they do something like that. I don't know how they balance it.
I've got to say that we've been really lucky. I can't remember a place where we've been to where the service was terrible. I can't remember a place where it's been really, really bad. We've been to a place where it's been busy and the waiting staff have obviously taken a while to get to us.
Mauritius.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible service. So we were in Mauritius.
Oh god, yeah, that was
Evelyn was there. And we went.
Oh yeah, Evelyn was there. Yes,
yeah. We went to. So basically, we stayed in a really nice, fancy hotel, and it was in the north, right? If anybody ever is going to Mauritius, right, people will tell you the north is lovely. They got lovely. Even the Mauritian native. I don't rate it as much as the south. I prefer the south, but that's just me. But everybody, even the Mauritian people, will tell you, oh, the north is much better, the beaches are much better, blah, blah, blah.
Wow, just looking at reading Sam's comment. So I'm going to read Sam's comment out, actually. So Sam went, I went to Cornwall in a restaurant. It was terrible service as they bought the wrong thing. And then they bought the right thing, but with food I'm allergic to. Oh, God. So I didn't pay the service charge. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick story. Sam also said, and they knew, as they were told, as there was a special reservation. That's so bad. Funny enough, actually, fact, when we went to Starbucks today, one woman ordered was in front of us. She ordered a drink and she said no cream. So I think she had oat milk or something like that and no cream. And the server put cream on top. She went into the back and then came out with this cream. Now, for her to do it that quickly, all she's done is got a knife and just smooshed it off the top. And she goes, Is this without cream? The person receiving it? Yeah. So it's gonna be,
What happened was, and I saw her, she goes, "Oh no, it says without cream." And then so she went behind, and then she took off. Well, we believe she took off the cream, then came back and then gave it, and I was just like, and then she goes, "Is this with no cream?" And then she goes, "Yes, I took it off." And I was just like,
I'm not so sure.
if it was me, I would have said, "No, can you remake that? Because if cream has touched it, I can't drink
But
it."
Sam raises a really good point, because if he's allergic to it, that could kill you.
Yeah,
I was going to say, if you have food allergies and somebody gives you something, I don't know, for example, if you had a nut allergy and they gave you something with nuts in, that could really, really be seriously bad
Yeah.
for you. So that's really shocking they did that.
Yeah.
Or if you had, like I say, if you were lactose intolerant and they gave you cream or
Yeah.
milk, that could really, really be bad. Karen said, yes, service charge. That's what gets me.
Yeah.
We always to tip the waiter on our table. Crafty £3 in their hand on the way out. Service charge, again, is a big con. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you have to pay a service charge. You can refuse. I'm sure. And that's a fact.
Yeah,
you
you
are
can.
right. You are absolutely right. You can. I think on memory, we've done it once. We went to a buffet many years ago in our local town, and the service charge ended up being because there was 4 of us, it was huge.
Oh right,
Do you
I vaguely
It's
remember.
so ridiculous, like 15, 16 quid, and I thought that's just too much because the service wasn't even.
I think I said no, we're not paying that.
Yeah, and he took it off, but we gave a tip, but it was nowhere. It was not worth 15, 16 quid.
There is no way. It would have to be. I always pay. Normally, more often than not, I'll always pay the service charge, or will always pay the service charge. There's never been a real reason that I've just thought, oh my God. But if I see that something is extortionate or somebody has not performed up to what it is that they're charging, you best believe I'll be like, no, I wouldn't even. But with me, when they come to your table, right, they say how much, and then you tap your card. Best believe I will be saying whatever number it is, and I will tap my card, and boom, that will be done. There's no way.
Now, Karen's raised a really good point. She said a tip is what I give, not a service charge. The service charge pays the wages, not the tips. Now, that actually what Karen said is really, really pertinent. That's a really good point. I have read places as well where even if you tip by card, so if you add it to your bill, some places it doesn't go to the waiting staff. It will actually go to a central fund. So if it's a chain restaurant, it will go into the central fund, and it won't necessarily reach that particular waiter or waitress. So you may find that you want to tip a particular person because they've been brilliant. That won't allow you. So they do say it's always best to check with the staff. And that's what I tend to do as well. I say,
you do.
I say, will you get the tip? And they'll say yes. Yeah. If they say no, it goes into a central fund. I try and carry cash with me as well, so I can say, look, this is for you because I want it to be for you.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one because I've worked in hotels.
And Sam said, yeah, that's what he does a lot.
Yeah, I've worked in hotels, and it's very difficult because I used to work in the back office, and I won't make tips like the people at the front office. So you have to also bear in mind that chef is not going to make
they will get a tip.
The tip, right? And I'm not saying that they're not going to get paid more or whatever, but what I'm saying is if you all work hard and only a portion of the staff is getting tips, it's not quite fair.
Yeah, but
because I could serve you probably just as good or better than the person who is actually serving you. Do you know what I mean?
No,
and I get it from your point of view, most definitely, because I've been on both sides.
All right, let's put it the other way. Let's say you and I are waiting staff.
Right.
You're a really good waiting staff. You're attentive. You're nice. I think to myself, well, do you know what? It all gets put into a pool, whatever. So I just go, here you are. I don't really go back. I don't check on you. I just chill the rest of the time. We get the same tip because it's pooled. So I do get your point that obviously if you're a chef and you work really, really hard, you won't get to see that tip. But likewise, if you're working extra harder, you're extra nice, you go that extra mile. If someone just says, oh, can you add a bit of this? Yeah, I'll sort it for you. I'll do that for you. Or can I have a little less of this? Or could you have some extra this? Can I substitute this for this? And you can say, well, it's not policy, but I'll arrange it.
Yeah.
Well, I could do that thing. When we went, a funny story, we went to Brussels and Kelly ordered a cheese cheese toasted sandwich, and she said to the person, "Could you swap?" So I love her for the guy in Brussels. Could you swap the? I don't like Gouda cheese. Can you swap the cheese? No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even entertain. No,
Yeah.
just not doing it.
Yeah, there are certain people, they just don't want to entertain. This is what it is. This is how we do it. It's done. But
Yeah.
that's fine. I just won't eat. You just lost my custom. But that person doesn't care.
But that person doesn't care.
Yeah,
But
that person doesn't care, which is fine. But they're not catering for tourists.
No.
They don't give a damn. They're not there to entertain tourists, although it is only tourists that go there. But it's because the real native people wouldn't eat there. The native people will go to proper restaurants and whatever that's in the back streets and whatnot. But yeah, that person would not entertain or just no cheese. Because I think it was with Gouda cheese, and I said, "Oh, can you do it without Gouda cheese?" No, because and that's fair enough to me. I just, "Oh yeah, no problem," and I just won't bother eating. Do you know what I mean?
Now, so I was going to say, Karen's raised a really good point. Chefs get paid well. Waiting staff have to work their socks off and get paid pittance.
Yeah.
So they rely on the tips.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. That was just an example. But I don't disagree with that. But what I'm saying is the people who are behind the scenes, like bar staff or whatever, they don't always get a tip, bar staff. Some do, don't get me wrong.
True, but then also as well, I suppose the argument Karen would have is that going into that job.
Yeah, but what I'm also saying is going back to your point, like you are the wait staff that doesn't work, and I would be the wait staff that does work. It's then up to the managers to deal with you, right? It's because you can't tell me that being a poor wait staff that nobody's going to complain about
that's what Karen just said, but it's their choice to take the job. You go into that job knowing you will not get tips.
No, and I completely I understand and I agree and I don't disagree, but what I'm saying is I went into the job, I went into switchboard knowing that I was never going to get tips. I went into that and I was quite happy to go into that. And the receptionists went into the job knowing that they were going to, but then when they started doing it central, then it was nice because because what happened was at certain times of your shift, at certain shift times, you will get more tips than you will do at other times. Now, depending on how your shift pattern works or whatever, what was nice is instead of making £2 here or £2 there, at the end you might get, once all the pools are once everything's tipped together, you might get £30. Does that make sense? So instead of getting your little £2 here or your little £5 there, you might get £30. And I always think that's better. It's very much like the chase. We all come in with money, but it goes into a central system and then you split it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
And that's
I think, to be honest, if you weren't those, you weren't those. I mean, like I said, I had a friend of mine who used to work as a waiter. It was really, really good. He really went the extra mile. But he said, I earn my tips.
Yeah.
Because he said, I will really go the busted gut. But he said, not every family. You know, some families might just leave you a couple of pounds or something like that. You know, even though you do everything. But he said others will appreciate it and give you extra stuff.
Of course.
But he said there are other people there that just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
They would just do this stuff. But it doesn't always get picked up by management. You know, I've worked, if you do the bare minimum, and I mean the bare minimum, you can't tell someone off because they are doing the bare minimum, just enough to keep the job.
Yeah. It's a difficult one, but the way that it works...
As long as you're not rude.
Yeah.
And you just, like you say, you go and get the food, you deliver it. Is there anything else right by? And then that's it.
But if it goes into a central system and it's... Because ultimately it'll be the manager that divides those tips, ultimately.
Yeah.
You as a manager would then choose who would be... Because it's the exact same as bonuses.
Yeah,
it's the exact same as bonuses.
Know, but then again, that's open to...
Because there are people who will work and get the bonus, and then there are people who don't work who don't get bonuses.
But then that can also be open to prejudice. So, for example, if there's a manager that doesn't like you even though you do the work...
But that's why you have more than one manager, surely.
But then, as Karen said, well, that's up to you to be prepared to work the shift that pays more. The majority only want to work normal hours.
Yeah.
Out of hours are always going to be better tippers.
Yeah.
And that is true.
Well, because the way that it works in hotels, I don't know about many places, but because my aunt still works in hotels, we were talking about this the other day. she does the early shift. She does, I think it's 7 till 3. When I used to work, it used to be 6:30, 2:30, 2:30, 10:30. Now, obviously, I used to like to do the early one because I was young at the time. I was like 17, 18, and I didn't want to walk around, 11 o'clock at night, a young girl on her own trying to get home. So I would do the 6:30, 2:30. But if I had to do a late early, so that would be 2:30, like 2:30 to 10:30, and then in the morning 6, and then you were back on at 6. Then you were allowed to stay at the hotel. So that was quite nice. You just check yourself in and you stay in the hotel for the night. Then you get up the next day and then you go downstairs, you have your shower, you go downstairs and you work. So that was always quite good to be able to do a late early. But more often than not, I would try to get rostered on to the 6:30, 2:30. But it's like if you're a mother, should you be punished because you're a mother? So like if you have to do certain hours and you can't do the other hours because you've got kids or whatever, should you be punished for that?
Well, I think that's a different analogy. Karen said that was your choice to do that.
Yeah, that's right. But what I'm saying is so by that rationale, if you become a mother and you can't do those shifts, you'd like to, but you can't, then does that mean that you shouldn't get that money?
I think it's a different analogy. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but we're talking. It's only because I'm doing a course on equality and diversity, right? So you have to look at things in a different way, in a certain way, right? So it cannot be all right. We'll only do it for people who are parents. Then it cannot be that way. It has to be all inclusive. So the way to do it all inclusive, or the most fairest way, would be to pool all the money together and you divide it equally.
So that's why mums try and pick up a job to fit around.
Right. So as a mother, you try to pick up a job that moves around those things. So while you're in that workplace and other people are making tips, but you cannot make those tips because you can't do the other hours that people, does that mean then that you shouldn't get tips? Even though you're working just as hard or whatever, does that mean then you cannot get those tips?
Well, I think the other thing is as well, what was interesting actually, I think I took them more on an equal footing. So if you and I were waiting staff, like I say, we're same age, same
yes.
We do. So I'm talking more on an egalitarian basis. So if you were working the same shift, the same hours, would it be right that you and I would get the same tips that are pooled, where you're working harder and I'm not? So the point I was going to make on actually was what was interesting. I did read this article many years ago where there was one waiter and he figured out this system just from having many customers over many years. And he figured out a system how to get better tips from people.
Right.
And he said, if you go to certain families, he'll know that they will pay more than others. He could just tell. It's not a demographic or anything like that. He could just tell who would do it. He would also say as well, he found out that you were much more weird how he found it out. He said he was much more likely to get a bigger tip if he wrote a personal note on the receipt and put a smiley face. He said that was really important. He said, so thank you so much for your system. Well, thank you. Lovely to meet yours. He would always put a positive note, but he always made sure he put a smiley face because he noticed if he didn't put the smiley face, the tip would be as large if he put the smiley face. But so if you ever see a smiley face on your menu, they've obviously read that article. It was quite a popular article. It was in several newspapers.
They do it a lot in the States actually, where they put a smiley face.
Apparently that's why. So studies have shown if you put the smiley face,
because it's a personal. It's more of a personal service then, isn't it?
Oh, so Karen's put equality and diversity is what I did in home care, and it's down to you if you know what pays better. Harder shifts or the best times that pay better.
That's right. So basically in the course that I'm doing at the moment, so equality, diversity and all of that. So if I don't know, let's say a wheelchair user and I'm not a wheelchair user, I can get around the restaurant and do more things, let's say, for argument's sake, than maybe because I can just maneuver that bit quicker. Does that mean then that I should earn more tips because I can get around the restaurant quicker than the person who's in a wheelchair? So then when you're pooling the tips together, does that mean that that person shouldn't get as many tips? They might have been able to if they could get around quicker or whatever, but just for structure of maybe how the restaurant is laid out, they maybe cannot get to as many tables as what I might be able to. Although you do have sections anyway in a restaurant, the way that it works, you have your section, they have that, but we're just talking about for argument's sake. So I believe I totally get where you're coming from, because it would annoy the hell out of me if I worked twice as hard. And there's been places where I have done it, where I've worked hard and the other person, not that they cannot, that they just can't get to grips, right? So their mind works in a different way than your mind does. So now we're getting down to the way that you think and the way that someone else thinks, and it's two different ways. So while you may be able to get the work done because your mind works differently, but the other person is working hard, the other person is working to the best of their ability, and so they're not working hard, they're just not working in the same way that you would work. And that is when the central system kicks in, which then makes it fair.
So Karen said no, because a wheelchair user would only get the job in the first place if it was wheelchair friendly. That's true.
Yeah.
So if it didn't provide the equipment, however, by law they are supposed to make reasonable adaptations as well.
That is right.
Oh, Charlie, hello again.
Hey,
he
Charlie.
says hello. And, Karen, you got a hello from Charlie. Charlie, have you been uploading any new videos? Have you been up to anything new and exciting? I know you put a few more on as well, and I know you're on your gaming channel.
Yeah, definitely. We were talking about games with Janai today, actually.
No, I was going to say actually about his gaming and stuff like that.
I'm trying to encourage him to do a channel. I don't know if he's as into his gaming. I think he was saying. I don't know if he's as into it as he was before.
Well, I would be interested actually, Charlie, because like I said, you did one of your Minecraft videos. I think as well that would make a really good video. Minecraft now is so much more advanced than when I first played it. Now, I first started playing it many years ago, probably about 10 years ago. And there's so much extra stuff in it as well. And it's the trouble is with Minecraft, it's one of those games you could just lose hours being just gaming away on it.
Yeah, I've never really been a gamer.
No, you haven't.
I've never really. I don't mind playing. Like at the moment, I'm playing Spells and Puzzles, and I will play it in between. And sometimes, though, I can lose track and play it, quite a bit.
Well, that's the idea of gaming. It's going to do. Shall we change the subject slightly, though, as well, while it's fresh in my memory? A little something you're going to show, an unboxing. Which one? You've unboxed it already.
I've unboxed it already. What, the one behind you?
Do you want to show?
Yeah.
Right, so a little parcel came today, which Madame ordered some time ago. You didn't even remember you'd ordered it.
No, I knew it was coming, but normally they send you a thing to say when it's coming. But they hadn't sent me a thing to say that it was coming. So anybody who is a Harry Potter fan. So
let me get out of the way so you can see.
You can see.
You want to explain?
This is Dumbledore's sister, and I'm trying to remember what her name is, and I can't remember what Dumbledore's sister's name is.
This is quite pertinent as well.
Ariana?
So for those of you that are Harry Potter fans as well, they will know that Fantastic Beasts, the new one.
Yeah.
Ariana, says Sam.
Ariana, that's what I just said. Yeah, Ariana. So if you can see, it's like a little trinket box. So you can actually hang your keys or bits of jewelry or something.
Those are little hooks there, if you can see that.
And this was actually sold out. I got this on Amazon. It was actually sold out. And I don't know how.
It's quite thick as well. If you turn it on the inside, you can see.
Yeah. So there you go.
Sam went, wow.
Yeah, I really like it. And it was sold out. And so I went on eBay, and like some of them were like 50, 60 pounds. And I thought, 50, 60 pounds? Anyway, I put it in my wish list, my wish basket, and it popped up. And I was just like, wow, all right, I'll get it.
Can you take the back off that? Or do you want to not?
Yeah, you can put a different picture in there.
Oh, there you go. But that one's actually quite good because it is 3D. If you can see that, her head moves. Oh, Charlie's got 3 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Nice one.
Wow,
well done.
nice.
You're improving. That is getting, because I think you had 2 last time.
So
Good.
I thought
On
that
your
was
gaming
really
channel.
good.
That's on your Charlie Dolby Adventures 2 channel. There you go. So that's your little thing for the week.
Yep.
Oh, Miss Moreau asked, Kelly, what is your drink?
Oh, I am drinking a caramel frappuccino.
Actually, I'll take that off there so you can show. Because you always get the grips. There's not much left of it.
There's not much left of it now.
So,
But
so you can
that's
see
it.
how much drizzle is in. Now, Kelly does get a lot of drizzle. You do love your drizzle. So you can.
I asked for extra drizzle.
But didn't they charge you for extra drizzle one time when we did a takeaway on it?
Yeah, what happens is, I don't know because they keep switching things up, but on a caramel frappuccino, if you want drizzle, they're charging you 50p. And I was just like, Oh, there was one time when I ordered a white mocha frappuccino and I asked for drizzle, and they charged me 50p and they didn't even put any drizzle on it. I was so mad.
There we are. That's quite cool though, isn't it? You can just see about the hooks if I turn it on the side there.
And you've got the fireplace right there.
Fireplace there. So I did ask if you wanted it hung up, but you didn't want it hung up.
I don't know what I want to do with it yet.
You could hang it up. You could have like a
Yeah.
picture frame. So just to see that the art at the back there, so you can actually have it hung up.
Yeah.
And then just have it there. There you go. So that's Kelly's little purchase. I'll
Yeah.
put that down there so it doesn't get ruined on the box. So Charlie's asked, well, I put that away. What is your favourite fizzy drink? What is the best fizzy drink? That's a real toughie. I'm going to say my personal favourite, if it's non-alcohol, I'm assuming why it's fizzy and non-alcohol, will be ginger beer.
Yeah, you quite like ginger beer,
I do
don't
like
you?
ginger beer.
It's a difficult one. I quite like the J2O spritz. They're quite nice. You get different flavors. The watermelon one I drink the most, but there is a raspberry one that I like, and they also have an elderflower. The elderflower is the least one that I like, but I don't mind it. I'll drink that. And other than that, I would say maybe a Fanta. Yeah, I suppose I would say a Fanta maybe.
What's everybody else's? Is anybody into fizzy
Yeah,
drink? What is your favourite? So in terms of the Starbucks, I know this is Kelly's favourite, which is the
Caramel
frappuccino. I've got to say they are doing a new one, aren't they?
So basically, the other day,
Sam said Fanta is good. Actually, I'm going to go get the thing. I'll be back 1 second.
So the other day I went to Starbucks and they are doing a rainbow coloured, I think it's called Rainbow. They're doing a new drink, a new frappuccino, and it comes with a cup. They're calling it Grande, but it don't look no Grande to me. But actually, this drink is a Grande, so I'll be able to match it against this one with the other one. It comes in a souvenir cup. It costs £4.60 or whatever it is, and they are. Yeah, so they're doing that, and so Mark's just going to go and grab it, and we'll take a look at it. But it was only okay. I thought it was only yeah. I thought it was all right. We should have tried it on camera actually, but we didn't.
Well,
and I did say to you, let's try it, but I don't think we were in the right.
Pepsi Max is Charlie's favourite. Sam said it's Fanta. Right, so they are doing. That's what you get with it.
Oh yes, I suppose. Well, this is only slightly bigger, but yeah, that's Grande.
It's pretty much Grande size.
Yeah.
So you get cup because I saved the cup. So unlike this, obviously that's a looser plastic, hard plastic. So you get this mug with, and also as well,
You get a straw.
it's a plastic straw, but the idea is it's reusable. So you do get your plastic straw with it.
If you take it in, I think you actually probably get money off when you. I think Starbucks used to do this thing, and same as Pret used to do. Used to get 50p off
There you go.
if you reuse the cup.
I saved the cup.
So yeah, so basically it's £4.60.
It's still got the smell in it.
The smell of what was it?
I
Was
didn't
it
watch it.
rainbow?
No,
one?
so it's
I can't
rainbow.
remember.
But to me, if
Yeah.
anybody, the best taste I could, the closest. This is my personal description. You and I are always different. It reminded me a lot of vanilla ice cream. So it did taste to me like Fanta. Evelyn's is Fanta. Evelyn's is Fanta.
Yeah. Evelyn's is Fanta. Yeah.
Evelyn's is Fanta. It did taste a lot like ice cream. So it did taste like vanilla ice cream to me when we had that as well. But it's called the Rainbow Drink. You get this with it as well. Obviously, you end up paying for it, but you can buy these. They were selling these if you wanted to buy them separately as well. But that's a new drink from Starbucks, rainbow drink. Very much like, to me, vanilla ice cream, if you like vanilla ice cream.
I should carry it with me whenever I get a frappuccino, whenever I'm around a Starbucks, and think,
it's quite a cool little thing as well.
Yeah.
I think if we do a barbecue, we get a load of these, we could serve people the frap type drinks.
Well, actually, we could sell them. We could do a load of drinks, Bailey's drinks.
Oh yeah, served in a
little thing. Yeah,
I'm not sure Starbucks would ever do a Bailey's type thing, but
but we could at the barbecue.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I could have like a big blender and mix up all the drinks and then pour them in everyone's. I'm sure Evelyn would be up for that.
Yeah, I'm sure she would, very much so. With the so that's something we will show you as well. We went to Scarborough yesterday, says Charlie, filming. What did you film in Scarborough? Anything? Did you go to any restaurants, or were you just filming out and about in the town?
Is anyone going on holiday?
And has anybody got any plans to watch the new Fantastic Beasts one? We are going to watch it next.
We are going to watch it in the next couple of days, maybe, because we're getting a delivery tomorrow. I was going to go and get my haircut, which I'm now not getting. My haircut.
I know. I might go then instead.
Yeah, you go get your haircut, and then we could go after our delivery if the delivery comes in the morning. But if not,
Sam,
do not tell me about it.
Sam,
do not tell me about it.
Sam said it's amazing.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Sam.
Is anyone else going to go see it? Oh my God!
Is anybody else interested in watching it? So Kelly's really, really, really up for watching the Fantastic Beasts thing as well. What your glass on?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, much better than the second one.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. So I've got to say, what are you doing?
No, I'm just.
I've got to say, I was really, really looking, because Mads Mikkelsen, isn't it, is the new. What's his name? I forgot the guy's name.
Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen.
What's the character's name?
Grindelwald.
That's right. Show Sam your sorting hat. It's right there on the left. By your glasses.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to see it a second time, says Sam. So this is the sorting out. It's starting to get dark now. And again. So once you hover it above, it will give you your house name.
Hey, Naha.
Naha, how are you? So Naha, you're Ravenclaw.
So just like a few little things. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, it's the wand.
And then.
So this is Hermione's wand.
Did you get it to work in the end?
No, because I can't get the screw out.
Okay.
You've threaded it.
Oh, I knew I get the blame.
Who was trying to open it?
Me.
Oh, so it can only be you, right? So there we go.
Sounds like that is so cool. Yeah, we'll have to get that to work. The idea is it should light up at the end.
Yeah.
Charlie's asked, who has watched Britain's Got Talent? You were watching that.
I did. I watched Britain's Got Talent.
Which one did you like the best?
I actually liked the lady who sung the Greatest Showman. What one? Never Be Enough. Never Be Enough.
Oh, Naha's just had chicken and chips and kebab from the Chippy.
Oh wow!
Was it good? Did you enjoy it?
Wow!
That's a lot for you. Oh, really tonight. Great subject discussed. See you in the next one. Thanks, Kelly. Oh, thank you so much, Karen.
Karen, if you ever want to have like really deep discussion, I'm all about that. So if you know my email, message me and we'll have a bit more of a discussion.
Yeah, really. Thank you for joining us. Lovely to see you again.
But yeah, there's I have a friend, and on Facebook he'll say something that's just a tiny bit controversial. I don't always get involved. I like having discussions and I like hearing other people's points of views and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm all about that. And I like to try, because sometimes when somebody also thinks differently than you, I like to try and understand what it is, or what, like sometimes if we have an argument, I'm going, right, all right, but tell me what it is you're thinking about, or tell me what it is you're...
Naha's got to go. So Naha, we might be gone actually in 15 minutes, because I know you're going to come back as well. You're going to do your workout. Or are you doing some... Oh, you're doing gym. Look at you.
Enjoy. We're actually waiting for gym equipment tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Kelly's ordered. So
I've ordered that ski thing.
which I'm not allowed to use apparently.
No, you're not allowed.
I'm gonna go. We're going to the gym.
Oh wow!
Oh, well
Enjoy.
done. Good for you. Enjoy. You can tell us about it in the next live. Are you going to go swimming as well soon?
Oh,
I know you. I know you wanted to go. You went recently, didn't you? But I just wondered if you're going to go back to the swimming.
That's what Minnie's loves swimming.
Yeah,
She's
I know.
Really, really into that.
Did you see the guy that took his top off? Oh, was that the one where?
That's when David Williams.
Yeah,
David
right.
Williams took his top off for the lady who was she was doing the dancing, wasn't she? She started doing the dancing, and they all said yes to the lady. I thought that was quite funny, actually. She was saying she lived not too far from Susan Boyle, and so they started the music. I think it was the music to.
So just before you say that, I'm just laughing that Nahar had chicken nuggets, kebab, and is going to the gym.
That's the reason she's probably going to the gym, to be able to eat all of that stuff.
Talk about I interrupted you. Sorry.
And
Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, and she was going to. I can't remember what song they sounded like, but she was about to sing that whatever that song. It's a song from. It was either a song from The Little Mermaid or it was a song from a show of some sort. And the music started and all that, and all of a sudden it turned into rave music, and she just started dancing and all of this. I was like, "Oh my god,
I
that's
missed
so
that
funny!"
one. I saw you laughing.
I was just like, "Oh my god!" And then David Williams got up and he was trying to get Simon up, and someone was like, "So funny!" And then David Williams with his flamboyant self.
Yeah, I take it you saw that one, Charlie. And did you find it funny?
It was crazy. And then the comedian got up. I thought he was quite funny. But the lady who sung The Greatest Showman, Amanda did a golden buzzer for her. Yeah, and I thought she was really, really good. I mean, she was good in the actual, because it's her voice who sings for Rebecca Ferguson. And when people were saying Rebecca Ferguson was singing, I was thinking the other Rebecca Ferguson who won.
Wasn't she on X Factor?
Yeah, she was on X Factor. So I thought it was that Rebecca Ferguson, not the actress Rebecca Ferguson. And so, because they were saying, "Oh yeah, Rebecca Ferguson sang," and I was going, "I really," because I knew it wasn't the actress Rebecca Ferguson. I knew she couldn't sing. There are some people that you can tell, and you think, "Oh wow!" Like there are some people who you're quite surprised with, like Renée Zellweger's voice is fantastic, and
well, she did do Chicago.
Yeah, but prior to that,
because
it was only because she did something, and I thought, wow, she can sing. And then later on, she did. Later on, Chicago came later. But there was somebody else that can sing as well. But even Bruce Willis's daughter, she's a really good singer. She's very, very good.
Now I do remember Bruce Willis did his version of Under the Boardwalk.
Oh yeah.
In the 80s. So this is just done Die Hard, or was about to do Die Hard, one of the two, and he actually sang his version
Under the Boardwalk. Yeah, but yeah, his daughter's really, she can really sing, yeah. And then there's another actress as well, and I can't think who it is. Again, who's a fantastic, because you get some actresses who can sing, like what's her name? Nicole Kidman, yeah, she can sing, and what's her name? The Welsh woman who married Michael, whatever his name is. I wanted to say Michael Duff.
Oh, Kate Beckinsale.
No. Donald Sutherland, Michael Sheen is his dad.
I don't know.
Michael Sheen. Who's Michael Sheen's son? Or Martin Sheen? Charlie Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
Oh no, who's the one I'm thinking of then? Who was the one who played Spartacus?
Kirk Douglas. You've got
Kirk Douglas. That's it. Michael Douglas. Who's Michael Douglas married to? Catherine Zeta-Jones, right?
Oh my god!
6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation. Anyway, so Renée Zellweger.
I was supposed to get that.
Yeah, Renée Zellweger. She can sing. Yeah, but there are those actresses that have a set of pipes on them, and you think, what? Where were they keeping that voice? Where were they hiding that voice?
Charlie said he found that the funny part. He found that funny.
Yeah, which one? Oh, the grand.
Dance off, yeah. Did you see the creepy bit? Now, I actually saw that. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, but the one last year, there was a creepy one last year. That one was really good. And then at the very end, it was the man who had got voted off prior to that. So basically, it's almost like he entered in twice. So that one was really, really good. Yeah, so that was a whole, the way he did it, it was like a whole story. So that was good. And then there was one year where somebody did silhouettes, where all the dancers were silhouettes in the background, and that was so good. That one was really good. And then there was one that did one with lights, and again, that one was really good. So there's been a few extraordinary acts that have come through Britain's Got Talent. They're just acts like you liked the one, was it Tape Mouth, or put his sellotape on his mouth and he was sharp?
Oh, Tape Guy, that was on the American one.
Yeah,
he's got a huge show now in Vegas.
You really liked that one. I just thought, what?
I just thought it was clever because he can't say anything, so everything has to be actions, which makes it a lot harder. He's a Kiwi guy apparently.
Yeah, it's not my
Tape Face, I think his name was.
Yeah,
I'm sure his name was Tape Face. But there's another one who's a British guy. He did Piff the Magic Dragon. Again,
oh
on the
yeah.
He's got a show in Vegas.
Yeah.
And he didn't win, but they liked him so much they gave him his own show in Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
He was. Again, not good enough to do a show because like
he's got one. Yeah, you say that, but he's got one.
That's what I'm saying. There are some acts who I think are really good, and I wouldn't mind going to see them. But could I sit there for 2 hours and watch them? No, I don't think so. But if they were involved in a variety act where their act is like 10 or 15 minutes, yeah, I could sit down and really enjoy that 10 or 15 minute slice before you're moving on to the next one.
There you go.
But yeah, I do like Britain's Got Talent. I like when I see something extraordinary come through. I think it's like, whoa, I would never have thought that. So yeah.
Well, guys, we've been going for nearly 2 hours, so I think we'll call it a day there. And I say a day as well because it is getting night.
Yeah, because it's getting darker and darker and darker. You can only see my cheeks.
We've it's funny enough because we normally have the light on, but it's all light because over 2 hours it does go. There you go. You can actually see our faces as well. We're turning that on just as we're going. That's it for Mark and Kelly's trips and things for this Tuesday, but we will be back on Friday 6 p.m. UK time if you would like to join us and chat more. We had a really good discussion today. Thank you so much for everybody that joined. Really do enjoy it, and we love catching up with these you guys as well. Thank you, Sam, and for the tip as well. We'll be looking forward to next time. Miss Monroe, take care, guys. Take care and check out Good to Go. She says we will.
Right, yeah, I'll have a look at that. Yeah,
and for anybody else as well, Good to Go is the app that Miss Monroe was suggesting.
And leftover stuff. So yeah,
so helps reduce food waste. Yeah, you guys have a good week too. Thank you, Sam. Have a fantastic week. Look after yourselves. Remember, you are never too old to have fun. We will see you hopefully on Friday. Until then, have a fantastic week. Bye for now.
Bye for now.